Hello, everybody. My name's Watto280 here, and I'm going to be talking about the release date for Sonic Legacy and Many Moons at Freddy's. Now, do note that most of my time I've been spending has been to work on this game and school, so that is probably why this game is going to be released before Many Moons at Freddy's Sonic Legacy, you know. So that's one thing. Another thing I wanted to get out the way is that people have been saying that I really am I quitting uploading, or at least my friends are asking me that. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna quit uploading. I've just taken a break so I can focus on bringing up my grades for school and finishing this game, because I want to finish this game soon. Like, I thought originally this game was gonna be done before my birthday, which is on November 30th. And if that was, and I was convinced that I would finish it before then with all the work I've been doing. But now I see that's not going to be the question. If I were to release it right around this time, October, it'd probably not look good. I need to finish the sprites, as you can see, because the movement sprites come with green screens, and I don't like green screens, especially in this game. When you're trying to release a professional game, the last thing you want is something like a green screen popping up, because then it looks unprofessional and shitty, and it looks like 10-year-old made it. And I'm not 10, I'm 11, so beat that. And I'm going to be turning 12 soon, so it doesn't even matter. As for sister location and other videos uploading, I'm still on the break, and I'm not planning to come back for a while. I'm still going to post from time to time, like progress videos, the progress with Sonic Legacy and stuff like that. But I'm not going to upload consistently for a while. And the reason because of that is because I'm running out of things to play on my channel. Like, I could play a Sonic game, for instance. That would be nice, and that'd be cool, and all, but, I can't, because there's barely any FNAF games coming out, or FNAF fan games I should say, and the reason because of that is not because FNAF's dying down. That's part the reason, but not the main reason. The main reason FNAF games have been slowing down is because, let's think of this, let's say FNAF, Five Nights at Candy's 3 just happens to be the best fan game of all time for Five Nights at Freddy's. Sorry, all you fans that don't like fan games, but imagine something like that. In order to top it, you have to make better graphics. That's the thing about making games. If you want to stay on top as long as possible, you're going to have to think of new ways to keep the attention of the general public. If you don't, then you could kiss your franchise or whatever you're trying to make, your game or whatever. You could kiss that goodbye, because it's going to be soon forgotten. And not that you should try to stay on top forever, just as long as possible, as long as you want to, or as long as you can manage. So for FNAF games like those nights at Rachel's and Five Nights at Candy's 3 and Hidden Gems, those kind of fan games, they are fantastic. But since they're fantastic, the other developers who are making games that I clearly follow, they're going to have to think of new ways to top that. Because if they don't, they're not going to get recognized. And that's what's going on with me here. Now, Sonic fan games are coming out much more faster than FNAF fan games. No surprise, because Freddy's the slowest. Freddy's pretty fast in the dark, but other than that, not really. So, yeah. So, because of this, it is taking longer for FNAF games and even Sonic fan games to come out. Especially 3D games. 3D games are way harder to make than 8-bit simple games or 2D FNAF games. Which is probably why Many Moons at Freddy... This is probably why I'm working on Sonic Legacy more than Many Moons at Freddy's. Mainly because Many Moons at Freddy's is probably not going to get that much recognition, considering the fact that it's just a whole bunch of copy-paste, point-and-click, room-to-room kind of deal. And that's not really something that grasps the public's eye anymore. However, with Sonic Legacy, I can do almost anything. Like, see, the limits of a game, or fan game, because fan games have limits. For FNAF, you have to make it horror-based. You have to keep that same FNAF kind of look. Like, unless you're making a FNAF World RPG, or just an RPG that has FNAF characters in it, you're gonna have to keep to that whole point-and-click formula. But with Sonic, you could make it point-and-click, platform RPG, exploration, anything, nearly anything. So I feel like that's not what every developer thinks, but that's what I think. So since I can basically, like, if you change too much of a franchise, it's not going to be recognized. So that's why there are limitations for what developers can do. So I'm sorry about that. And as for schoolwork, I'm doing mostly good, but I need to bring up a few grades. And plus, I'm kind of slipping up right now. So yeah, I need to get some things done and locked down. Like, I need to get some things, because my grades right now, they're good now, but it's kind of fidgety. Like, some tests I don't do well, because, well, they're more challenging for me because I'm in a 6-7 split class. But as for grades, they're kind of fidgety, which is why I need to bring those up before I can upload any type of videos. So, when's the release date for Sonic Legacy? Probably either Christmas or New Year's. If it's not by New Year's, then it's probably going to come out in January or February. I'm sorry if it takes so long. Game Maker is screwing up, and I don't like to code in Game Maker because 50% of the time I try to code in Game Maker, there's always a problem. Even if I follow a tutorial, step by step, it always has a problem. So you could imagine that I don't like to code because of that. Because it's not that the videos are outdated, because the controls that will be used for Sonic Legacy, I got that from a video that came out in 2013, so if that can work, then I know it's not because the videos are outdated. So I have no idea what's going on with Game Maker or why it loves to do that, because coding for me is not that good. That's the problem. Like, for most, at first, it was pretty easy the code and to follow the tutorials, but recently that hasn't been easy for me. So I have to innovate. I have to I'm the guy, I had to create an entire new way of, or not entirely new, but I had to think by myself, how can I get the movement animation to work? So you can kind of see that I'm having a bit of an issue with that. Another reason why it's going to take long for the game to be released is because, as you can see here, movement sprites have these green screens behind them. And if I plop that into the game, it's not going to look good. But this video's gone on for too long. Sorry, I got to end it. Bye.